And hello, good evening to you. It's Monique here, live from the kitchen. I am so excited tonight because I've got two live streams, one happening with you guys right now, and the second one happening in my Facebook group, which you can join as well. You can do that through my website, moniquebradley.tv. I've got a great Indian recipe, and I'm talking about Indian food in my private group tonight. That live stream's coming up at 7:30. But tonight, first up, this recipe is so good. I'm making my fabulous low-carb coconut flour pancakes, and these truly are delicious. Now, if you're following a low-carb lifestyle like I am, and you've probably done a heap of research, you'll find that there's heaps of recipes on the internet for all sorts of things. And I've personally chosen to keep away from recipes that have things like protein powders or really weird ingredients in them. I'm not going to do it. And the reason why is sometimes those ingredients are loaded with preservatives, or there's lots of chemicals in there, or they're highly, highly processed. And what I've learned through this journey is that the more processed food we have in our diet, the more it really affects our health. And it can upset our hormone balance, and all of a sudden, things don't work properly inside our bodies. And that really triggers things like hormonal imbalances and weight gain. And I decided I'm going to be this ambassador for eating real food. One of the things I actually learned from working with MasterChef Ray McVinney, he said, always come back to eating real food, mostly plant. This stuff has been around for hundreds of years and hasn't killed people. It's when we get into processed food that it really starts to mess with our bodies. So, the cool thing about tonight's recipe, and hello everybody who's watching, thank you for the hearts. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys on here. Jeanette, hello to you. Who else is watching? I can see you on there, but I can't necessarily recognize the faces, but hello. I've put into this container, so all of the mixing's done in my Ninja Bullet tonight. Not paid to say that, by the way, just telling you. I'm starting with 2 eggs. Into there, I'm going to add in, so I've got 2 ounces here of cream cheese. Now, I found in the supermarket this really nice cream cheese from Philadelphia, and it's actually one that's designed to be used for cooking. So I thought, oh, I'll give that one a whirl. So 2 ounces of cream cheese. Now, this recipe is loaded with good fats and protein. Just ate that off my finger because I love it. So this is quite a good low GI, long-sustaining recipe as well. We're going to add into there for flavour. I am in love with vanilla essence. Don't know about you guys, but I absolutely adore vanilla essence. Like, infatuated with it. We've got 2 tablespoons of cream. So you can see there's quite a bit of fat going in here. But fat is good. We want good fats in our diet because they help keep us full, and they trigger a sense of fullness as well. So when we add, so years and years ago, I tried lots of low-carb diets, and I found that, not low-carb, low-fat diets, and I found I ate so many carbohydrates, and it really messed with my blood sugar. So what we're trying to do is lower those carbs and increase the fats in the diet, the good fats. I'm putting in here 1 tablespoon of Natvia. So I like Natvia, again, not paid to say that. I love this. It's made from stevia, so this is a sweetener made from plant. Hardly any calories in there, and very, very little carbs. So that's what we like. Okay, we've got that in there. Now you notice I'm not mixing it all the way through. It's mostly because I'm very lazy and I want my blender to do all the work for me. That's what I want to do. Putting in here 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. I think this is everything. And feel free, by the way, if you're on here, feel free to give me a shout out. I can see there's a whole bunch of you watching, so say hi. I love hearing from you guys. And tell me what's going on in your lives, and, you know, how's your own journey with weight loss and wellness going? I'm amazed by this. If I hadn't have tried changing my diet in this way, probably about, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, after 25 years of dieting, I don't think I would have believed it unless I actually tried it. And now that I have, and I've seen a complete difference in my body and my health. Seriously, we went power walking for 1.5 hours today. I've never ever been able to do that in my entire life. Crazy. So coconut flour, love it. Low GI, really good for you. Protein, good fats, all the kind of stuff you need in your diet. So let me just double check on my list. Eggs, cream cheese, yes. Coconut flour, yes. Cream, yes. Sweetener from Natvia, yes. Baking powder, vanilla essence. 7 ingredients, easy. Put them all in there, and then I'm basically gonna flip it over. And I always like to put my liquid ingredients in the bottom because I don't want my powder ingredients to get stuck in the bottom with all the liquid on top. Whiz that up. Give it a bit of a shake, make sure all the ingredients are in there as well. Who's on here tonight? By the way, if you're sending me comments, for some reason I can't actually see the comments tonight, so not sure what's going on. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let me give it one more little look through. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat my pan, but I want this to sit for a little while because, so coconut flour is a really interesting beast to work with because it's very thick. It's a very thick kind of flour. It's really different from traditional flour if you're used to working with wheat flour. And it needs a little bit more liquid than wheat flour does. It works completely differently from, say, if you were used to working with almond meal and things like that. That's looking pretty good. I'm just going to give it one more blitz, just because we don't want any lumps in there either. Right, looking good. There we go. Awesome, done. Right, so I know that's going to be a nice runny liquid. Give my bench a little wipe. Now, when it comes to topping these pancakes, they have a really cool flavour and a really lovely texture. And for me, I like to whip up vanilla cream with them. So that's, and the recipe is already on my website for you. And I've got the recipe of vanilla cream. Seriously, it's cream with a bit of stevia for sweetener and some vanilla essence. But tonight I'm actually going to make a dressing from just some Gopala yogurt. Love Gopala yogurt. So again, we're adding a little bit extra protein in there for longer sustained energy. We've got some strawberries I'm going to blend up as well, kind of like a homemade berry yogurt with a little bit of stevia in there, just to mix it up a little bit. Now, berries are great because if you're going to have fruit in your diet, you want a fruit that's going to be low GI again. You don't want to add, I'm just going to use some coconut oil to cook this tonight. You don't want to add, you don't want to be real good and, do your bit using, better heat my pan up, and using all this yummy low carb food and thinking, oh yes, I'm doing such a good job, this is fantastic, and then jeopardizing it by eating, some bananas with it or something like that. While bananas are tasty and loaded with potassium, which is really good for us, helps us get rid of that puffiness. If we're carrying puffiness, you're better to get your potassium from something like avocados than you are from bananas, because bananas are too high in sugars and carbohydrates, and just really, really hard if you're like me and you have a carbohydrate intolerance. Really hard for me to process. I get bloated, I get tired, all that sort of thing, end up with a carbo coma. So we don't want to do that. We want you guys to look after your health. Okay, so heating that up, and I'm using coconut oil because, look, you could use butter, you could use any oil, but yeah, I just thought coconut oil goes really nicely with this recipe. And coconut oil is fantastic as well for high heat cooking. So if you are wanting to cook something, on higher heat, not that we really want to deep fry anything, but it's coconut oil is great. And the best is actually avocado oil. So avocado oil is fantastic because it doesn't kind of turn into a nasty oil as you get up there in the heat. And as you can see, let me move this. Oh, there we go. The mixture has got quite thick, which is what we want. Fantastic, we like that. So thickened up nicely. Normally when I make these, I would let this rest for about 30 minutes before I whip it up, but I don't have that time, the luxury of that time tonight. Okay, let's take a look. So that's nice and hot there. This mixture would make normally around probably 6 pancakes. So that's enough for me and my partner Pete. So we have 3 each. Oh yeah, that's looking real good. Now, if you don't like the idea of using cream in here, so perhaps you think, oh no, too much fat, it's all too much for me, I just can't deal with that. You don't need to use cream in there. You can replace the cream with milk. Just be aware that the mixture might be a little bit runnier. So yep, just be mindful of that. Looking good, looking good. So just like a normal pancake, that's going to bubble up, and we're going to flip them over once we get the bubbles through like we do with pikelets. So that's pretty exciting. In the meantime, while that's going to cook away, I'm going to make my dressing as well. So you can see on the stove top, cooking away, and they will start to bubble very shortly, so I'll know that they're ready to flip over. So for my dressing for this, again, I'm going to do everything with my Ninja Bullet because it's just really handy. It's so good. It makes my life easier, really. Oh, hello, Lynn. Nice to see you watching tonight. It's fantastic to have you here. And those are looking good. I know that's heating up. Nice and slow and steady wins the race. So I'm putting in here Gopala yogurt. Now I tested this a little while back and I thought, oh seriously, I ended up drinking the whole thing because it was so tasty. Okay, so I'm going to put in here a couple of big spoonfuls of just plain, it's basically the Indian yogurt or the Greek yogurt that you might have here. I love Gopala because, man, this stuff is so good and really good value. So fantastic. I'm going to put in there 3 strawberries. Yum. And then I'm going to put in there, just to add to it, because strawberries I'm not a huge fan of because I always find them a little bit bitter. So I'm going to cheat and add some stevia in there. Now, there is, in that 1 teaspoon, there is 0.4 of a gram of carbs in there. Seriously? Oh, yes. My pancakes are all puffy and looking great. So they are cooking up beautifully. I'm going to turn that heat down because I can see they're just starting to cook through beautifully, and I don't want to overcook them either. Back to the bench, blender here. And I'm going to make this delicious berry dressing. Oh, so good. Seriously, this is decadent and delicious, and I can't believe that this is my diet food. I hate using that term because I don't feel like I'm not on a diet. I'm eating real food that benefits my health. That is done. Here we go. Flip that over. Oh. That is just gorgeous. So they come up really nice and puffy as well. So they're raised up there. Really lovely. The consistency is just like your normal pancake. Absolutely delicious. And what I love about it is that I don't get that carbo coma as well. I'm just checking the news feed as well. I don't get the carbo coma. So I had these yesterday morning, I think it was for breakfast, with vanilla cream and... what else did I serve it with? I think I just had it loaded with cream. So good. I'm not even kidding. They're just fantastic. All right, I'm going to serve that up. I always like to make it look really pretty as well. So I've got my little plate here. Very cute. Oh, that's looking real good. They're just about done. Oh, yes, delicious. Right. That was fast and easy, just like that. I'm going to switch that off. So yeah, 2 to 3 pancakes is probably what you want. They are, because there's lots of protein in there, they are delicious and they will keep you quite full. And then we're just going to smother over the top some of this gorgeous dressing. Oh, Liz Jury, you are there. Oh, Ali Cook. Sorry, I couldn't see all the comments before. Hi, you guys. Jaya, hello to you. Linz M. James, hello, hello. Ali, Happy New Year back. Nice to see you guys. I can finally see the comments. Don't know what was going on there, but I'm with you now. Okay, so taking this dressing. I love this too, Liz. This is something you can eat because there's no, it's low carb and there's no gluten in there. So we love that. And look at this dressing. How decadent and delicious is that? So smother it in this gorgeous yogurty dressing. I mean, you might want to do something like this and, I don't know, make it all pretty. Like this. I mean, yummy. Would you guys eat all this? I hope so. I'm going to. As you can see, I'm no chef, so I'm just arranging things on a plate so they look like I would eat them. And the question is, would I eat them? Well, proof is in the pudding. Let me taste this. So again, you can have it with whipped cream and yeah, whatever you want. The only thing I wouldn't have is I wouldn't have maple syrup because of course it's really high, it can be higher in carbs. Unless you can find, well, you don't want to, I certainly wouldn't eat maple syrup that's sweetened with artificial sweetener. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, seriously, that is so good. You could have these with butter, peanut butter, if you make your own Nutella. Oh, come on. That is sensational. That is sensational. And the best part is, if you start the day with this, you're going to have longer sustained energy. So I had these for breakfast, I think it was about 9:30. And then about 1:30, I thought, I should probably eat something for lunch because I'm hungry. So it will give you longer sustained energy. The best part is with this style of eating, the things you need to remember, PPF, plant, protein, fat. And that's what we've done. We've got plant in there, we've got coconut flour, plant, we've got strawberries on there as well, which is fantastic. Protein from cream cheese, from eggs, from cream in there as well. And then you've got your fats, which come from your cream. We've cooked in coconut oil as well. So this is actually a complete meal. And seriously, you can add, look, you can make your own low carb ice cream. So good. The world's your oyster. And they taste seriously great. And the one thing I've learned on this journey is that it works because you're eating real food. There's no chemicals, no preservatives. It works because everything tastes amazing. You lose your cravings. You don't feel like you're on a diet anymore. In fact, I'm not on a diet. I've changed my lifestyle to help me lose weight, get my health back, and gain a whole lot of life. So let me just see who's on here. Nigel Carmichael, Rick Orangi, Leanne Walton, Bronwyn Sims, hi, Cam Brown, Paul Sloan, Janina, nice to see you, Marjorie McDonald, hello to you. Who else have I missed? I think there's a few of you I've missed. If I have missed you, hello, 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 great to see you. Jeanette, you think that looks great? I'll tell you what, it's amazing. What I can tell you is head to my website, moniquebradley.tv, try the recipe for yourself. And what I love to do is I love to see pictures from you guys and share your creation and let me know how it goes. Let me know what you think of the recipe. I think it's delicious and I can't wait for you guys to try it. All right, I've got to head away now because there's another live stream coming up in my private group. If you'd like to try joining my private group, you're welcome to. Subscriptions are done through my website. And every day we talk about something different to do with weight loss and wellness. I provide motivation in there. And if you've got any questions about your own health and wellness, there are experts in that group. And also you can talk to me about my weight loss journey over 25 years, what doesn't work, and what I've discovered truly works. If you're ready to transform your life, let's do this. Happy Sunday, and I'll see you guys real soon. Ka kite anō. Bye. Delicious.